Welcome, this is Marianne Cusell, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about the relationship between attachment styles, explaining that, and well, basically how to feel secure in yourself, right? And we first have to understand certain aspects of ourselves that's causing us to behave certain ways, and also to understand the science behind the links between our attachment style and our addictive behavior and relationships. Can you imagine having a relationship without any vice? I'm talking about without any sugar, without wine, without pot, without porn, without cigarettes, vaping, the whole bit. So if you're interested in seeing how you can feel more secure, having a really secure relationship with yourself, which is going to invite incredible connection with yourself and others, stick around, because I've got something here that I think that you'll find incredibly interesting. And that is, of course, how to feel secure without even reassurance, right? So speaking from a lifetime of experience. So recently I was doing a lot of research around attachment styles and the link between attachment styles, relationships, and addictive. And I noticed the incredible link between addictive behavior. And so let's look at it like this. So there was a psychologist, John Bowlby, who discovered this theory of attachment style. So the first attachment style, and I've linked it right through to what you're going to be experiencing, how to feel secure within. So it's pretty special. The first attachment style is anxious attachment. Now, anxious attachment style is quite a large population. I've sort of danced through all of these. And so you may have two. And that's when you have a addictive identity on a daily basis that you use to calm your nervous system because you grew up in an environment that made you feel unsafe. Maybe you had a lot of neglect. You had no one to soothe you, right? So if we look at attachment styles with the relationship you have today in your adult life, you could have a relationship now with a device or a vice you use to soothe yourself, whether it be a vape, a cigarette, wine, whatever it is. It could even be online shopping, sugar, right? So if you look at when we were little, we got the lollies, got given the lollies that would go to the brain and go, I'm a good girl, I'm great, I'm a good boy, I got a lolly. And so that's a soothing mechanism. So it's why a lot of people are addicted to sugar. And so even alcohol, I notice on a nightly basis, a lot of people that come to me aren't actually addicted to alcohol. They're addicted to the sugar because they find once they go through this process, it's actually quite effortless when we deal with the causes to have alcohol slip away, just fall away. It's normally the easiest thing to let go of. Then we have ambivalent attachment, where you may have grown up in a parenting style that was either loving you one minute, hating you the next, punishing you, giving you crumbs of encouragement when you did something well. And these people grow up in an adult life where they're really ambivalent about relationships. There's a secret craving, I want love. And then there's this depth of resistance, because relationships mean I'm going to have to be responsible for that person's happiness. Relationships mean I'm going to feel trapped. Relationships mean they're dangerous in some way. Relationships means I'm going to be punished. I'm going to be abandoned. I'm going to, it's all these things. And so this desire for relationship but don't want to have a relationship causes the person to have a relationship at night with their self-soothing mechanism, whether it be wine or sugar or, drinking or vaping or whatever it is. Then we've got disorganized, which is a person that grew up in complete chaos, perhaps violence, where the nervous system was so shocked that they have no reference point in their adult life what a healthy relationship even looks like. And so they tend to go towards the bad boy, the person that is also got a high addiction, threshold, and they have this connection with people that are narcissistic, that are emotionally unavailable, and we can dance between all of these. You know, I've had all of these types of energies in myself, the relationship I have with myself. So this person can suffer from a lack of motivation, and need a daily vice. Of course, all of these need a daily vice, apart from secure attachment, to keep their nervous system calm in some way. But we know if we put your nervous system under a scan, any sort of ultrasound, MRI, we would see the nervous system in absolute trying to cope with whatever you're putting in the body. So we look at disorganized attachment as being later in life, really not having any really healthy interaction in relationships at all, and because it's easier, it's safer to be on your own. And then, of course, secure attachment is somebody that grew up in a really safe environment, lots of love and care. But here's the thing about secure attachment too. If you do not have a secure attachment within yourself, and there's no self-awareness, no emotional intelligence, no energetic intelligence on what a secure relationship feels like with yourself, and you expect others to make you feel secure, you're going to be shocked and disappointed. I've coached many a person that's had this, and they have gone out into the world, and they are faced with all the others, which is probably most of the population, coming from anxious, ambivalent, and disorganized attachment upbringings. And they're like, what the, why can't I find a date? Why can't I find a decent person on this dating site, when they are seeking somebody to make them feel secure, or they think that if they're better than everybody has got a problem, what's wrong with this person? When the golden nugget, my friend, is to always have a secure attachment with yourself without a vice, so that you can honestly feel secure with others. So here's the thing. Imagine, now I'm not suggesting you give up everything, let go of everything and become a saint, although it works well for some people to have complete sobriety from all types of addictions. It's not just about alcohol, but to just have an inquiry and be curious about, have you ever had a sober relationship without a vice? I know that I went for most of my life without that. I always had to have something, or I would bring something in to make myself feel safe in the relationship, so that I could let go and, you know, feel connected. And it's a delusion. If our relationships are around seducing the nervous system through alcohol or vaping, psychologically thinking that we feel connected to this cigarette, the adult dummy I call it, or the alcohol, I need alcohol to connect because I have social anxiety, chances are you've come from an anxious attachment style. So to understand these parts of us gives us the awareness and the opportunity and the empowerment to move into creating, well, what are my options here? If I take responsibility and I decide to invest in myself and create a secure attachment within myself, heal my nervous system, do whatever it takes so I can live a healthy, happy life. I've got a client in New York who just emailed me telling me that she is now alcohol free, and she's created this most loving relationship, and she feels amazing. She sent me this picture standing on this rock in Sedona, you know, and she just feels so healthy. And now she's doing Qigong daily, which is an amazing energy intelligence process, like a martial art. And I said to her in response that I understand how good you feel, because when we line up energetically, and when you release alcohol from your system, what happens is your meridians and your energy points in your body, your chakras, can flow. right? But you look at alcohol as a depressant, so it actually, and we get addicted to the sugar. Most of the people that I go through releasing that aren't even addicted to the alcohol, they're addicted to the sugar. So my question is, do you want to feel more secure? What do we do about it on a daily basis? How do we do it? So what I offer is, when we delve into these lost parts, it's very painless. I want you to know that. In the group therapy stuff that we do, very painless, very interactive. You'll see that you're not alone. There's so many people exploring themselves. And, you know, when we do this work, then you have choice. I went through a period of time where I only smoked when I was drinking. Then, you know, then I let go of alcohol again, and I don't have any desire to smoke or drink. You know, you have a choice. You might want to do this sort of work because you want to manage your alcohol intake. You don't want to drink every other day or every night or every time you see friends. Maybe you just want to be healthier. Maybe you want to let go of the severe cost, not only energetically, but financially attached to your habit. Some people have an online shopping addiction, but the worst, of course, for the health sector is when your mind and your body aren't aligned and you feel safe. That causes mega stress, right? If you've come from a disorganized attachment of violence or anxious attachment or even sexual abuse or anything like that, that goes unhealed, then of course you're going to be suffering as an adult. And my gift to you is to help you release that suffering so you can come home to yourself and feel really secure. No better gift than that. So if you want to take things further, check out the links. It's very, very, as I say, painless, pain-free, and you're going to feel great to be you. Also, you might want to look at all the testimonials that people have gone through, any group therapy, or if you want to work one-on-one with me, that's also a great option. So it's been my pleasure presenting to you. I hope this gives you some insight. And just notice, lastly, what's going on in your body when I'm talking. Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling resistant? Are you feeling fearful? Are you feeling all of these things are normal feelings? It's just to welcome them there, breathe, take a big breath in. And if you're watching this on Astrolada's channel and you want me to, and you want to be a part of this next course, I also give you a reading so we can see the squares in your chart. They're there to unfold what's really going on so you can grow and transform. And you're going to love it. Either way, whatever you decide to do, if you want to choose to get healthier and happier and feel secure, just check it out.